Hugo told me as he carried my suitcase inside that first day. He skirted a stack of Turkish carpets rolled up like sausages. Très drôle, Olga said. I was a single woman in an enormous house for years and years, she told me. I needed to fill the space. We climbed the marble waterfall of a staircase, Elodie's hand in mine. She was tiny for a 4-year-old, with eyes the color of pennies and skin so pale that you could see a branch of veins on her right cheek. She'd adopted me instantly at the airport. On the drive to Benneville, she taught me the game of barbichette. She held my chin and I held hers, and the first one to laugh got a light slap on the cheek. Hugo and I are down that hall, Olga said on the second-floor landing, with Elodie next door. I have a train set, Elodie said. Maman set it up for me. It runs all the way under the bed. She squeezed my hand to punctuate her point. Many of the 10 bedrooms, Olga said as we went up the next flight, remained in the same triste état, or sad state, in which they'd been when she inherited the manor. Thus all of the closed doors. She was determined, she said, to hold on to the house and the grounds, but the upkeep of a property like this one cost a fortune. If you hear thumping at night, don't fear ghosts, Hugo said. It's only the pipes. On the 3rd floor, we walked into a room big as my entire apartment in Back Bay. Et voilà, Olga said. Votre petit coin de paradis. French doors, open like most of the windows in the house, led to a balcony with a view of the forest. I could imagine a gilded dressing table and 4-poster bed, although the current decor consisted of a vinyl armoire that closed with a zipper and a lumpy high bed covered with a paisley duvet. It's the prettiest room, Olga said. It was mine for years. Hugo set down my bags. Vous n'êtes pas dépressive, j'espère. We specifically requested a young woman in good mental health. Stop that, Hugo, Olga said. Once, she explained to me matter-of-factly, the lady of the house had jumped off the balcony, where Elodie had gone and was now calling to me to come join her. Madame Léger had been in her youth a famous courtesan, a grande horizontale of the Second Empire. She was 40 when she died. It was said that she hadn't taken well to the aging process. It might have only been meant as a dramatic gesture, Hugo said. She had a réputation de folle. It is only 3 stories. Only she landed poorly and broke her neck. Don't worry, I said as I went to join Elodie. I grew up in the Midwest. We don't go crazy. Hemingway aside, Hugo said. I had tried to be clever and he had out-clevered me. I was used to this kind of behavior from men in academia. I was a good student of French, solid in my verbal constructions, even the plus que parfait, versed in the gender distinctions of nouns. My accent was passable. My graduate school papers on Flaubert's love letters and the symbol of the corset in the 19th century novel received A's. But I was not brilliant. I would have preferred in some ways to be terrible. Outside, Elodie stood on her tiptoes on the balcony, looking over the iron railing, which was supported by spindles that looped and twisted in a rusted web. Il y a un étang, Elodie said. There's a pond. She pointed at an island of light in the dark forest sprawling from the stone walls around the estate. We could walk to it. She shook her head. On ne peut pas. There are wolves. Later in the kitchen, as I helped Olga make dinner, I asked her about what Elodie had said. No, Olga said. The wolves of France are long gone. Elodie, she told me, had suffered a bad case of pneumonia that spring and had spent a week in the hospital. Her lungs remained weak, leaving her susceptible to another infection. We must not overexert her with long rambles, and the forest is filled with spores and damp. She was making a mayonnaise, whisking the egg yolk and oil in a bowl. Elodie is stubborn, she said.